This podcast is sponsored by Darling Eyewear. Activate your alter ego with Darling Eyewear and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop darlingeyewear.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee in the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to a new episode of the Lead Life Expense Podcast. You have Angie and Demetrius here. We will be your hosts for the evening. And of course, we cannot start without saying thank you for those of you who are texting us. Thank you, those who us who giving us creating dialogue. Whether you sharing it, whether you watching it and you making a comment, or whether you telling a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend about the Lead Life Experience podcast. If you like it, or if you want to get your topics heard, or if you want to tell them, hey, you know what? I know a couple named Angie and Demetrius, and I would love for you to talk to them. I would love for you to go on their platform to be able to talk. And again, you can do it anonymously. If you don't want to be known, you don't want to, make your appearance, you can come on anonymously and we'll do that, and we'll be able to change your name, and we'll be able to modify your story so it will not be able to be identified. And a lot of times that when we are talking, especially when we're talking about our own personal experiences, we modify the story because we do have to protect people, because we don't want to get called in the court about what nobody's saying that we're doing slander. So some of the things that we're saying might have been modified a little bit so you cannot identify exactly who we're talking about. So we may take 2 or 3 incidents in order to make it into something whole. So Demetrius, how you doing today?
I'm doing lovely, honey bunch. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. So, don't forget to text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships without an S in the comment.
And I want to tell like the people be emailing you. The last couple of weeks we've been doing stuff. Off the top of the head, I did the barbershop last week. So keep sending them. We ain't forgot you. We gonna get them emails. We gonna get to them. Just keep sending them in.
That's right.
And we promise we gonna get to them on this podcast.
That's right.
I ain't want to quit. Say, wait, I sent mine in. It been a month. He ain't.
I hadn't heard nothing. That's right.
Yeah, so it's coming.
Thank you.
It's on the list.
That's right. We want to make sure that you know that even though your topic don't come up like right away, that we do have a list of other people that's writing in, and sometimes we'll go to like making a reaction on a hot trending topic. So again, don't get discouraged. We will make sure that we get back in line, being able to add your topics back to the category and make it to the episode. So Demetrius, where we going today?
You say, okay, we say Omaha or Oklahoma. What you say? Where we going?
We're going to Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Nebraska. Okay,
That's
I got it.
right.
I know.
Home of the Cornhuskers.
Hey, that's kind of weird. That's not. Nah, I feel good. Somebody way up there listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
Who wanna send an email in? So I'm gonna let you go and finish it up. But hey, I like it. I like that. Yeah, I'm ready, baby. I'm kind of excited, really. Cornhuskers.
All right, let me read it. Hi, my name is Tracy. I am 42 years old and I'm married, and my husband and I are the same age. We are from Omaha, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers. And I enjoy listening to you. I found you on coming down on my news feed, and I began to enjoy listening to you and your husband. I do have an issue, and I can't quite understand that I need you and Demetrius to give me y'all insight on what's going on into my marriage. So I feel like I know you have heard of Reese TC, the lady who went viral about having a man that came and painted her an illusion of a life. Well, I feel like my man have did the same thing. His name is Arturo. Arturo has did the exact same thing. He has came in my life, and before we was dating, she said we dated for 6 months. 6 months before we get married. She said when he came to me, he came in on working transferring from a job. And when he was new to the area. And by him being new to the area, we met picking food up. She said, and while they was out there, waiting on their food to get prepared, that they began, talking, just making small talk while they order was getting prepared. And they end up exchanging phone numbers. One, over the course, they end up talking. And Demetrius, he painted her a big picture. She said before she knew it, she was in too deep. And by her being in too deep, she was enjoying having the good morning text. She enjoyed having the company of going out to eat because she hadn't been on a date, she said, in 5 years. So that's why this relationship was able to move so fast. And by them being in the same area, and because he was new to the area, he kind of leaned on her for everything. At least that's what she thought. She said so she thought he was in there and he came in on this good job. So he was a truck driver, CDL, driving cross country. And Demetrius, he didn't have anything of what she thought he had. She said, can you help me, please? Because even though I enjoy having and being in a relationship, because I hadn't been in a relationship in a long time, but this man has been lying to me and giving me a false pretense of a life. Demetrius, I'm gonna let you go first.
I'm up. I'm up.
Yeah,
I'm
you
up.
up. You up.
I'm
Cause
up. Okay, goddamn.
I got to
I pick.
digest it.
Hey, pick me in, coach.
You in.
Hey, yeah. Hey, y'all. It sound like what my homeboy say a long time, about a while back.
Uh-huh.
Them old Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jedi mind trick, it's an illusion. You see somebody a picture, you paint a picture to them, make them see things that really ain't true.
Yeah.
I mean, you playing with their mind basically,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what he gonna do to her. Sound like to
Oh
me.
wow.
And he
That's
said she
terrible.
married a man. She gonna marry him, so
She done married him.
yeah, he
She
tricked
married
her.
him.
Hey, Tracy, Miss Tracy, I hope your husband meant well about what he told you. It sounded like he tried to trick you, but maybe he thought it gonna come true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna throw the man in the bus. I don't know that fella. But them, you call them Jedi, my honey bun. You getting cute on the. You supposed to get cute before you get on the camera.
I
No, excuse me.
did. I did, but my go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm fine. I gotta eat that in, y'all. But yeah, Miss Tracy, it seems like you painting Jedi mind tricks on you. You paint you a picture, and a lot of men do that. They tell women, I have done it. I had told when I was younger, I said you a story, but really I don't. That's just to get what I want.
Yeah.
I tell a lie to you, make you think this him, tell you all kind of lies, but for that man to marry you, like he might have thought he really can do it. He might have been lying to you, or maybe he thought it gonna help. Some people tell stuff on faith, and I'm living on faith. But my stuff ain't. I don't know what he told you, but some people live on faith and they tell you stuff. The faith is thing that you cannot see right now, but he maybe thought he gonna be there. Well, y'all maybe so. Just talk to him. Don't jump the gun right now. But I know a lot of men now. They tell lie. They lie like hell. Tell women what they gonna do. I know women lie. What they gonna do? They paint a picture to you how they cook and do this ham. All they want you to do is get in a relationship with them. Then they take that mask off. You go, whoa. That ain't what you told me. You somebody else. So how about I gotta go with that, but I'm gonna let you get it started. I don't want you have where I'm going with that. So you get an idea what the man doing. He playing. Remember this word. Jedi mind trick. It come from Star Wars. Yeah, it's a game. Play with your mind tricks. Go ahead.
Yeah, Tracy, 42.
Feed on me, baby. Feed on your home.
No, well, I'm just
got
saying, 42, and I don't know. I do understand that when you have been single for a while and you are used to the attention. I mean, those of you who have been following the podcast, I have always constantly told you about the three sisters. If attention, affection, and appreciation, if any of those three sisters are neglected, unfortunately, many of us, and I'm gonna include myself, have fell victim to impersonator. That's Demetri, that's what they is, an impersonator.
Yeah.
And when you do that,
Catfish.
yeah, me and Catfish,
Yeah.
that, you know, because Demetrius and I have had, and not just basing it on us, but because Demetrius and I have talked about our past, and he was like, Angie, how you allowed yourself to do that or fall for that? And the good thing is Demetrius and I, you know, have came to grips with what our past is and not being non-judgmental. That's what I love about my husband, not being judgmental of the things that I did, even in my naive self, when I didn't know any better. And I was out there experimenting, even if it cost me. And Tracy, that's what I'm saying to you. Unfortunately, your vulnerableness, your loneliness, it cost you. It cost you that you impulsively, because I'm sure he did signs, he showed signs, but you were so laser focused into what was empty, you couldn't look at what was full.
Yeah.
You wasn't able to pay attention that when you around somebody, they can only show themselves, they can't fake it but so long. If I told you, like, hey, I have this, then, and third, I might be able to come and present myself a certain way. But after a while, you're going to realize, you know what? Angie ain't doing all that stuff that she's saying she is. Because why she's doing X, Y, and Z. And I remember Demetrius, used to tell me, Angie, when people have money, they're not going to have to brag about it. You're going to be able to see it. They moves going to show it. The conversations are going to show it.
The stuff they got, the way they go, the trips they go. You tell.
Exactly. So it's kind of like a person, and again, I'm having to insert myself, but I'm sure you've been around a person that have did a whole lot. Every time you bring up a subject, they can say, "Oh, I did it," and then you come thinking like everything I say, this person have either said it or done it, or experienced
I know
it.
a few people like that, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That you will have that aha moment, and I'm saying I'm guilty of being that type of person that, we're talking about a trip. Oh, I have been. Oh, I want to go. I'm always like, being that person, and I know the person on the other receiving, and they thinking, Angie always saying she done did that, and then when they start looking at it, they were like, oh, you know what? Angie have did that. She have been to California. I mean, you will start connecting the dots, and it won't whatever you have put in your head, you'll start saying, oh, you know what? If she said she did that, she did it. So I'm connecting the dots to him. That when a man, because of people, when a man coming and he's showing you, and he said that he was a truck driver, and you didn't go into the specifics of what what you have caught him lying about, but it's something that if your ESP went off, and that's the external, indicator that God give us, and you notice, wait a minute, something is not right. He going on these trips and he not coming back, or he's not calling, then he might be living a double life. Have you in Omaha, but have somebody else in Texas.
Yeah, it could be possible, but
So you have to be able to watch the movement, that when he get to Texas, you don't hardly hear from him, or he calling you at a certain time.
So I didn't think about that, Honey Bun.
Yeah, so you could be living a
right.
Yeah, you could be because when I read CDLs, when I said trucker, I knew then, like baby, that's a way for you to have a double life. And I'm saying that because I have talked to truckers, and this is when I was addicted to the chat lines, and and you begin to get on there and you talk, and those people going on those long distance rides, they just want somebody to talk to, Demetrius, keep them company. They don't really care about. They can tell you a bunch of nothings, like you said. They say whatever fit the narrative, to get them through whatever, that long drive. But then Demetrius, what I think had happened, he ended up liking them. So that's what happened. You end up that things, you might have had a potential over here while you was wasting time. And then you got over here and you realize, you know what, this is the better choice for me. She had more to offer, and some people make a gamble like that. Demetrius, her Tracy in Omaha might have had more to offer than the lady in Texas. So he went ahead and felt like he could manipulate or Tracy, maybe you wasn't checking. Demetrius, sometimes, we don't check. We so happy to be in a relationship, we don't do a background check on you to make sure you're not a serial killer. We don't make sure that you're not, having a double life or married or, we don't check your profile picture. You might do one search and that's it. But Demetrius, it might be up on a whole total different name. Like I said, he's a truck driver, so he's able to pull off a double life because he gone anyway.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what.
You ain't saying nothing. You speechless? What's going on?
No, because you caught my attention. So I wasn't thinking about kept a double life. But what you say too, and I don't want to say this to the people, when you got a person that always telling you something what they can do, and I ain't gonna say brag, they try not to brag, but they really bragging on the sly tip, painting the picture to you, I call that bragging. What he can do, where y'all going, and you supposed to have a vision. But he just keep going on with it. Something ain't right, man. It called overkill. So it sounds like to me that this dude came up to it like a truck driver. Say he might be telling another way. He might be in touch with a woman, like you saying. So Miss Tracy gonna have to. Miss Tracy, I'm sorry, I don't put that in your blood. Andrew, I hate bitch people here. Like me, you told this podcast, Miss Tracy, we ain't trying to put that in your head, but I want you to look at it, cause she got a point there now. Cause this man go told you all this, what he gonna do, and he ain't upholding what he said he gonna do. Mm-hmm. So all you need to do now is start watching him. I just watch his movement, how he move. Way he say he going to work. Eventually, if he lie, it gonna show up. You can't keep lying. That mask will come out. Sorry, he got a mask on me. Yeah. But damn, that's a good mask he wear. The marriage is still, he married her, so he did. Like I say, he must want that. He had to. To marry the woman, I can't see me lying to a woman trying to get in a pant and then marry her.
Did you follow the story, Satisa? I don't think you.
No, wait, yeah. I watched a little bit of it. I never did get through that.
Okay,
yeah,
and so that's what I'm saying. So he married her.
Yeah, right. I remember that he married her.
So for you, I'm just saying what you just said, that don't quite fit the narrative. That don't fit because you saying I can't see him marrying. He might have to like her. And I'm just telling you that look at Reese Tisa's husband. He didn't have any of that.
He had a motive. He had a motive. But this man like he didn't have a good job, did he? When he trying to beat off one.
But he had a decent job, and she said she seen stubs and stuff. She seen it. He just came in and just was fabricating. They was getting a house, and he was acting like he had money to get a house, and on the phone with realtors and everything, closing.
But he had a mask on. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna use myself. I'm like Steve Harvey. I can't tell a story to tell myself. I'm talking about women. I had went to women and told lies to them. Not when I say lied to them, I made them think that I wanted to be with them, go with them, but I know all the time I wasn't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like had a mask on too at the time, but I didn't tell hardcore lies. I just said a lot of lies. I didn't tell hardcore. I just painted pictures where I knew I wasn't gonna stand up to them, and that's how that man did. But I think like you say, he painted them pictures of that woman. Then he got locking them. But the Mary Angie, I don't know, man. That kind of hard on me. I didn't see my Richard Teacher thing, but that kind of hard on me to marry that woman. I got to think some more.
People
took me off guard.
People do it all the time. And Demetrius, I want you to think about people that's, coming over here that need a green card. They will marry you. I mean, we know people that have came and they just married the person just so they can get,
Yeah, I see now.
So I'm going back to
people marry people financial gain.
Yeah, so when you saying, "Oh, I can't see that," I'm just telling you that that's not true because we have seen it on TV, on Snap. We have seen people that real life have, got married and had shotgun weddings just because the man needed to get over here from whatever. So it happens.
I guess I got to apologize because I guess I'm in my emotion, think about myself.
That's right.
I can't.
That's
I
right.
wouldn't do that. But I guess you right. People do it because I think about. Like women do it too. Financial gain.
Yeah.
Women that worse at it.
Yeah.
They marry people for money.
Yeah.
They really don't want the person. They want the money.
That's right. I mean, you have to just look at it, especially when you see people that you feel like uneven, like you see a beautiful, beautiful girl and the guy may not look that attractive or vice versa. And they in it with for whatever they and some of them doing it for agreement. Or if them think about it, if the man is older and the woman is much, much younger. Think about it. It's a it's a financial gain. Or if it's an older woman and she with a younger man, look at Cher.
I heard sex did it too now.
Yeah,
People that got married for sex, but sex gonna
but
run out, get old, but then
but that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Even if I wouldn't even necessarily call it sex, because I'm just saying for Cher. Cher is a older white lady. She's talking and enticing a black young man. So you talking about those being those talking. He know it's a financial gain. Cher just want to feel good. If she's able to do much.
Shut singing
So,
acting.
yeah.
She got to be a little bit about 80 years old.
Okay, yeah,
Well, my
okay.
dad age.
She's dating that guy that Amber Rose was talking to. So he left Amber Rose and went on to Cher. So that's what I'm talking about. So when you looking at that and you saying why would that man be with this older woman, and it's but again, everybody, you can look at it and say, oh, financial gain. You can just go ahead and say it. So I'm not saying that for everybody, but when people meet like that, and this is just my personal experience with it. When you meet somebody that you wasn't quite in alignment with dating, and I'm saying older or younger because I done been on the spectrum, unfortunately, then I know in my right adult mind or looking at it in my stable mind, I wouldn't have chose that. That's not what I would choose for myself right at this day where I am right now. Whereas that when I made choices like that, I can tell you where my mindset was at that particular time. And I was moving off emotions. Not because of, hey, I'm just gonna do this for some money. I was doing it for being, not having or not feeling enough. And again, I'm going back to the three sisters, and I have to keep saying it: attention, affection, and appreciation. And I wasn't getting any of it. So when somebody did pay me some attention, I hurry up and wave the flag like, oh. And if that's the case, then we need to discuss that. And I'll discuss it when we come back off break. Demetrius, where we at?
Oh, it's break time, Honey Bun.
Okay.
We'll take a break, y'all. We'll be right back. We're going to finish this thing up. We'll go. Tracy, we got you covered. We got you covered on this podcast.
Welcome back. We are the Lead Life Experience Podcast. And if you're just not tuning in, we want to say you thank you. And don't forget, if you want to get your topics heard, 833-370-1608. Put relationships in the comment. On this day episode, to catch you up, those of you who just joining in, we talking to Tracy out of Omaha, Nebraska. She is married, 42 years young, her and her husband, and she feel like he's a truck driver. And she feel like they moved kind of very quickly, after dating for 6 months, hurry up and rush into a marriage. And she feeling like all the things that he was telling her during the dating stage, none of that has came to fruition since they got married. And she feel like she was catfished. And she is asking, Demetrius and I, what can she do? Like this is where she is, and she do not like it. And that this person have lied to her and painted her a picture of a life that he could not deliver. And now she's stuck, as Demetrius and I had discussed over the break. And before I ended, I talked about the three sisters: attention, affection, and appreciation. And the reason why I talk about those sisters so much is because I know what I dealt with when I was out there alone and was stuck on the chat line or stuck on the internet. And when you chose people, you chose them based off your emotions, not because you really looked into it and you were so happy to get somebody. Where on the other hand, you had Demetrius that he was saying, "Hey, Andrew, I wasn't desperate. I didn't get on there. I set up a profile, but I didn't get on there looking to talk to anybody." Mine was made up, knew what he wanted, and he was able to decipher that that wasn't something that he wanted to partake in. So I'm speaking to somebody, Tracy. I would love for you to journal. Like I said, I'm big on Demetrius and I are big on giving people solutions. Like, okay, this is where they are right now, but what can we do to help them get to moving forward? What I would like for you to do is pull out your piece of paper or the notes on pull out your phone and go to your notes and ask yourself, see, can you think back? Because you didn't tell me exactly how many years you've been married, but think back before you all started talking. Where were you mentally? Were you lonely? Which I'm sure you was because you said you had been single for 5 years. And how many people were you entertaining, on the internet or whatever? I know you said that you had met him, while y'all was getting something to eat. But prior to him, whether it's internet or in person, what you was doing in that midst of time? Like, were you really available, or were you, getting over a breakup or, a marriage? Where were you, in that phase? Because I can pretty much tell you the reason why I want people to go back, and if you be able to write down and you'll be able to see what some of your habits are. And the reason why I want you to identify those is because now that you have acknowledged that you was in a bad place, a desperate place, a insecure place, a lonely place, you will know how to deal with it moving forward. Because if you have to make a decision to leave him, you're gonna feel that loneliness again.
Yeah.
You in a marriage with him now, and he going on these long distance trips. You feeling lonely. It's making that old thing rare as an ugly head, and you still dealing with it even with being married. So I'm saying if you don't go ahead and fix the issue now, you're gonna attract the same kind of person. You'll let him go, the truck driver, but it'll be somebody else. It might be an electrician. It might be the man at the Advanced
A
Auto
railroad man.
or a railroad man.
Oh.
You're gonna you're gonna attract the same kind of person. So that's the reason why I want to help you identify some of your habits. And if you look at some of your habits, unhealthy habits, then you'll be able to say, you know what, when I get lonely again, what am I willing to do? For me, when I was going through a separation and divorce and I didn't have anybody, that was my, first time. I was like, God, you know what? I just got over this breakup. I am not going back out there with my body. I am not going to be doing in the streets retaliating against the ex. I am going to get to know Angie. I'm going to pull myself back. I'm going to find out what some things that I like and dislike. And I was on that sabbatical for a year and a half prior to God sending Demetrius. So I was able to pull myself back. I was able to look at myself in the mirror. I was beginning to cry. I was beginning to forgive myself for some of the choices that I made. And then I started realizing, you know what? I like reading the Bible. I like attending the church. And that way, when men did approach me, even when I was going through my sabbatical or my spiritual journey, I was able to pull myself back and like, nope. And I didn't allow myself to fall because I had boundaries. I was able to create boundaries that if a guy was calling me or talking to me, I was able to have boundaries. And I was like, if a guy was telling me like, "Hey, I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna take you somewhere," and if it's out after a certain hour, the answer was no. I was not gonna put myself in harm's way. Some of you all are putting yourself in harm's way, whether it's being alone with men or using sex as a weapon or you using sex as your reward, and then you wondering why he's not calling you back. It's because you moving too fast. So I pulled myself back and I began to talk to myself. And I was like, okay, Andrew, what has this person did for y'all to do the exchange? If this person haven't did anything for you, why do you feel like your most prized possession, which is your body, why do you feel like you need to give them that? So I started praying. I got some anointing oil. I anointed my door, every door before you enter my apartment, over the door, the arches. I began to anoint the hinges, everything, because I needed better control of myself. Some of you all don't have willpower and discipline. That if you meet a man, you so quickly to act impulse, you don't know how to pull yourself back. You don't know how to wait. You don't know how to being able to, get to know somebody. You so happy to have somebody, you're not doing any research on them. You're not saying, oh, let me make sure he's finished that relationship, before he opened another door, before we open another door. Let me make sure. And I know it's no way, Demetrius, to know 100% if somebody for you or not. But if you put some boundaries in there, then Demetrius, at least you will know, some things like when you asked to meet me in Vegas, I had boundaries that I told you, oh, no, no, no. I'm not going with you in no hotel room by myself. Those are boundaries. So again, I was like, hey, we can get your daughter to come. No, he's like, who you want me to come? I said, you can get your daughter to come.
Oh, I could have broke them boundaries now. I want to
No,
break them now.
you couldn't, brother. No,
Oh yeah, I could have. I got a
no.
I got a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
I could talk myself right into something.
Yeah, yes. Well, you know what? You know what?
And what met Tracy. Go ahead.
Well, you know what? You might feel that way, but that's what I'm saying. I had boundaries. So even though you might have felt that way, I'm just telling you what it wasn't on my end. So you can think and say what all you want to say. I'm just only helping Tracy that when she gets, even in this relationship, she has to have a non-negotiable, Demetrius. She has to have, like, what is she willing to take? Is she willing to wait till he gets some of these things? Or have he lied about the whole relationship? Have he not been who he said he is? Have he been living a double life? She gonna have to ask herself them hard questions, but she got to have the answers to go to him. She
I'm
got
gonna
to
ask you
have
something. While you
Go
said
ahead.
it, I want you to talk. I'm gonna ask you. Say the man telling the truth. So what you do then? Say he is. He really meant what he said. How you handle that?
If he really meant what he said and she has challenged him on some of those things, then now we got to get a mediator, because Demetrius, we need to talk to somebody, because if your past is messing up, and we done did a podcast about that before, if your past is causing issues in our future, then Demetrius, we got to talk to somebody, because it's gonna hinder us moving forward. If
Yeah.
he done did everything he's supposed to do and you still stuck on the one thing, or the illusion in your brain that he never did anything, but because of your past and you can't trust, then Demetrius, you not gonna stay. You're not gonna stay with me harassing you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna stay if you tell me like, Angie, I'm going on. When you were doing the long distance stuff, and you say, Angie, I'm going to Georgia, and I was like, oh, you going to Georgia? And then all of a sudden, I'm over in Georgia, at the hotel in the lobby. You're not gonna go for that.
Oh no, you stalking me.
Yeah, you're not gonna go for me that you come here and I'm looking through your phone. You're not gonna go for that, and you saying, wait a minute. Now me and you was just okay, and now you doing all this crazy stuff. That means nobody's gonna go through that. If you feel like there's no trust there, then guess what? No matter how good you are, we got to exit the relationship. Cause I don't want to be where I got to be paranoid, and I'm showing you, I'm telling you where I'm at. I'm sharing my location to let you know where I am, and it's still not enough. That's cause you got to deal with your past. It's messing up our future.
Yeah.
But
And the man named Torio, right?
Arturia, mm-hmm.
Torio. And now I'm gonna get the man benefit of the doubt too. Now I can go against him. I can go with him.
Okay.
If he telling the truth,
Yep.
I want him to go to just go to the lady and explain to her like what I had planned. I thought it was gonna work. It didn't work the way I thought it was gonna work.
Yeah.
Okay, that's on me. But hit reset button, sit down and talk about it, see where we went wrong at, and go another direction.
Yeah.
Cause he might be serious. So you sitting talking. I know she's sitting in. He might just went to the wrong path. Cause I have. Went down the wrong road. Have you been down the road before?
Yeah.
Did a
my
detour.
idea didn't come to fruition like I thought.
Yeah, I got yeah.
That's
You
a
make
good
a
point.
make a detour, or you got to sit there and just wait
You
at
got to pivot.
the red light to the light change.
Yeah, you got to
And then,
pivot.
yeah, right, make a pivot. So, man, might be telling the truth. So, I don't want Miss Trace to get the wrong idea. Like, I'm not throwing a husband under the bus, but I think you need to talk to him and see what's going on and see what he got to say for you. Because I don't want you to take me and my wife advice on the bad side of it. Take the good side too, because he might be telling the truth, Miss Tracy. So don't knock the man. Just sit down and talk to him and see what it have. And he might tell you. I hope he tell you the truth. So, look, I thought this was going to happen. It didn't. But y'all might can fix it. I said a lot of marriages like that. A relationship. Start off good, then go wrong, but you don't quit. Especially the person sincere. That's how I feel about it on a bunch of, Cause think about me and you. We got stuff we're gonna do. First marriage didn't go right. Okay. We called it quits. We could have worked out, but we called it quit, came back. All right, we got back together. Other things happened in the relationship and our marriage. Wasn't nothing bad, but we got another deal with diversity. Stuff ain't always go the way you want it to go.
That's right.
But just sitting there, think about it, just pray about it. Main thing. You pray, God will put you in the right direction, Miss Tracy. And Torio. So I just want her to feel like, don't quit on the man, because the man, I be telling the truth. I don't want to say I'm beating the man down, because I tell you all the time. All right, you beat me down, you beat me up. Don't beat me up now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I say this, say the same thing, that when you, but you have to have a line of communication too. And when you do have a line of communication, you both have to be where y'all can't be so bullheaded and stubborn. That I know early on in Demetrius and I married, and when we came back, we never did discuss certain things. So we didn't know, we kind of skated around things that were sensitive. But when we got back, when we was able to finally address the error, because a lot of people, and that's how this podcast was birthed out, because so many people kept asking how y'all did it, or was wanting to know about the ugly stuff, the stuff that I was embarrassed about. Those are the things that people want to know. And I was like, no, Demetrius, I don't want to talk about it. That's I was young and crazy and made all the stupid mistakes, and I want to forget about it and suppress it. He said, Angie, if you're going to set somebody free, you got to tell the truth. And Tracy, I'm saying it to you, that if you and Arterio is together and being able to have that in, you don't want to just throw your marriage away. It's easy to get out. I'm saying it's easy to throw away the marriage and get out and go and entertain other people. But it's hard to fight. And when you fight, but once you overcome it, Demetrius and I can tell you, when you overcome it, you will look back over there and you're like, you know what? We were about to go out there and do the stupid stuff again. Even if we wasn't doing nothing to each other, even if we went out there, we still was going to get other people. And guess what? We're starting over again, wasting more time, when we could have just patched up and rekindled what it is that we was mad about, or the disagreement, and see, are we in alignment to push forward. And a lot of people, unfortunately, they don't want to do that. They like staying, in comfort. And, my pet peeve is Demetrius and I are not going to bed mad, and we're not being up under the same roof, and we're not speaking. If that's the case, then one of us got to go. And that's the deal breaker I brought for myself. I'm not staying in no place with you and you walking about me and you're not speaking. If we can't come to a mutual agreement with it, then guess what? One of us got to go. And if neither one of us don't want it, if it's not that serious, then guess what? We ain't have no other choice but to talk about it and resolve it and move on. It's harder to get up every morning and think, oh, I can't even speak to my husband. Oh, I can't speak to my wife. And Demetrius and I already have a routine. Our routine is that when we get up in the morning, we get ready for our jobs and we go on our merry way, we calling each other. But when we have a disagreement, the phone don't ring, and we looking at it, and we don't say nothing. And then by the time we get home, we still have that same grudge. That is ugly. And so you need to be around other people who have healthy relationships, healthy communication. That way can help y'all bring it full circle. And that's what Demetrius and I had to do. So Tracy, I hope you can take something from that. Demetrius, what you got?
Yeah. I'm gonna say the last thing, Miss Tracy, because I don't want to be the dead horse. Yeah.
Well, she want to hear from a man. They always want to hear
Yeah.
from a man.
Yeah, but I thought thinking about that thing. I don't want to beat that man down. And then the man made mistake. Things didn't go the way he thought it was gonna go. And so I hope Miss Tracy wasn't thinking. I hope she wasn't expecting a miracle out this man. Man, just he told you something, it didn't come true. Don't mean it ain't gonna come true. It might be a year off. So I want you to talk to him, Miss Tracy. Sit down and talk to him. Tell him how you feel. I don't know if the man listens to the podcast or not, but if then you do, tell him how you feel about it, or let him listen to the podcast and tell him that he told you things that you and came true that you thought something else, but you the one know what's going on, what direction y'all going on, and let him tell you, and he probably got an answer for you. So don't beat the man down. I ain't gonna beat him down, but if the man come to you, I'm gonna go the other way, and you feel like he's just trying to buy time, lying to you, he got something going on. Once again, I ain't gonna tell you to leave the man. Go talk to somebody, get some help with somebody. Go around the right kind of people. Don't go around no yes people, because yes people, we get a pocket net for, but yes people, they tell you what you want to hear, and they're haters too. They all want you to do the wrong thing with your husband or your wife. So go around somebody that's professional, who do this for a living. Go to a counselor, call in, and just, can they do Zoom now? They do Zoom counsel meetings, so you ain't got to be there. Before you make a decision to leave this man or do something crazy, and please don't do nothing crazy, Miss Tracy. Don't go out there. I think you're gonna be all right. I mean, I just got a feeling about this podcast. Like I said, I ain't there. And y'all, I'm gonna tell you something to Miss Tracy. When y'all start sending the emails in, I can't go with you send in now. So you need detail, you need to write down examples or something. Give me some more stuff to go on. Cause if I ain't feeding them what you talking about, I apologize. Cause like I said, I don't want to beat the man down, but I think the man might just told you something and he can't live up to it right now. But it don't mean he ain't gonna do it now.
Yeah.
Why you laughing on it? Why you laughing at?
Cause you say right now.
Yeah, cause I've been there.
Yeah.
I told somebody, I ain't came, but I come through. And the man might be like me. He might come through. Then the man might be a grimy. I don't know, but I want to look at both sides. Just don't something going.
Let me add. We got time for
Yeah,
a
add it.
Tracy, what I'm just gonna piggyback off, the side that Demetrius is talking about. Unfortunately, the way the economy is set up right now is very depressing. And I'm saying it because Demetrius and I have talked. We were talking about a house. Every time we went to look at some, the market will get worse. And we came back, and I was thinking like, oh my goodness, how are we gonna be able to decipher on, being able to come and get? And I felt bamboozled because things wasn't moving fast enough. So I shared that story with you, like Demetrius said, that what we had in our mind, it didn't plan out like that. And so even though I was feeling negative about it, and Demetrius, and I'm feeling bad because I was like, oh, Demetrius wouldn't have moved if I hadn't moved, and we made all these changes, and I mean, I done spent thousands, and the business didn't take off like I thought it was. We done invested a lot of money in several different sectors of businesses, and they didn't pan out the way it was maybe to make a little bit of revenue, but not enough to quit jobs. So then I came back, and then, I go back to Demetrius, and finally I had the discussion with him, and he was like, Angie, I would do it all over again. And when he said that, Tracy, it just made me have an aha moment. Like, you've been beating yourself up about it. You've been feeling bad about it. You've been thinking all kind of ways, and you've been putting thoughts in your head and the negative self-talk about how he's thinking and how he's feeling. And when he said that, it freed me for thinking that we got to move so fast, putting ourselves so fast that, everybody's talking about us, everybody moving so fast that at the end of the day, you want your partner to be your teammate. That if you and him are together, y'all can get through anything. It becomes a problem when you all are against each other. It's a problem that if he thinking one thing, you thinking another, he moving one way, you moving the opposite way. It becomes an issue, and you all are in cars and y'all pressing the gas and you're not going nowhere. You might be treading a little bit, but you're not going nowhere. And years have passed you by, and it's all because ain't no teamwork together. Demetrius asked me, had asked me that question last week. He said, "What's the difference between such and such and such and such?" And then, I said, "Well, oh, they, move the same way." He said, "Well, they ain't no different than us." So it makes you have to be humble yourself, and if you have to, be woman enough to apologize. Maybe you thinking all these things, and men have egos and pride, and they want to be that leader. Hopefully, he got a relationship with God, and God is his head, and he praying, and things are not working out like he think it is, and he beating himself up. I'm sure he probably paying, praying silently, Demetrius, when you think,
I know, yeah.
because
God, yeah, he praying. Got to be praying. I pray all the time.
no, I'm saying when you say Angie, I be having a down,
I've been
opportunity.
in bad places in my life.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
But
say.
you don't know it because I don't be complaining about it. I just deal with it. Yeah. So he might be in a bad place right now. He might be dealing with it, Miss Tracy. He'll come out of it because you want to come out. I always snap out of it. Y'all, I've been in bad places all my life, and I'm being more bad places. And I say bad place, it ain't got to be money. It could be weights, anything, weight loss, or, the job. But I come out of it. You snap out of it. And that man, Ontario, might be in a bad place, Miss Tracy. He ain't got what you want, but he coming. Don't count him out yet now. I said, I don't know him, but you talking to him. Don't count that man out. And I'm going to leave it at Miss Tracy with you. I'm going to leave it right there. Don't count him out. And I wish y'all good luck. Yeah. I'm going to answer close the thing out, which I'll tell you about it. But Miss Tracy, hang in there with him. If he's doing wrong, I'll tell you get out of there. But get some help for it. Just don't leave. Get you some help for it. But get a man the benefit of the doubt, Miss Tracy.
Yeah, I would love to say goes to some counseling, because sometimes we as mates, we don't have the right words, and we say the wrong thing, and it end up bruising. And when you end up saying words that bruise, again, attention, affection, and appreciation. When you hot-headed, you say things and then there's no recovering from it. And then it makes you, if you don't know how to handle your emotions appropriately, it'll make you go outside the relationships to start talking to friends. And that's how your business get out there, because you trust in friends. But think about it, your friends have friends. And I think that's the biggest thing, that your friends have friends, so they go tell people. And because you thinking, oh, we cool, you just don't know they done told your business. That's why I try to encourage them to meet you. Whatever you have to say, you better be getting on the phone and talking to my mama, your mama. But you better be mindful of what you say, because they got friends too, and be done let that slip out. And then when they come back to me, it gonna be repercussions to pay. Yeah. Because once we been made up, our parents still mad. That's or right. Our friends still mad. And we know because we have done it. So be mindful of the words that you use that might cause and break down friction. I'm not saying not get your point across, but being mindful of the conversations, and then being able to, not get so upset that if it's something that he's doing or you doing that y'all don't like, talk it out. Get a preacher or a mentor or counseling. You can, like Demetrius said, you can go through Zoom now. You don't have to leave the comfort of your home. You can get your phone and being able to FaceTime and talk to these people, so they'll be able to, because they neutral. They don't have a dog in the fight. They here to help you navigate y'all feelings and the concerns. They help make you better. That's what you want. You want to go around people that help you make you better, not to help kind of bash you and it's like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. If they telling you and leaving is their first answer, then I'm telling you that's not the appropriate place to be.
That's right.
Leaving is not the first option. Being able to say, you know what, how can we move forward? If I'm thinking ugly thoughts, he thinking ugly thoughts, how can we go ahead and let it go? If we done talk to people, like I said, you done told friends and now you want to renege on it. You trying to be big and bad because you done told your friends, Demetrius, and now you hate that you done told and confessed to your friend, and now you going to go get your marriage and say your marriage, that's your marriage. It's not a girlfriend, boyfriend, it's a marriage. So, you be mindful of the union that you said and your vows you said before God. Those are what's important. Not, family and friends are important, but if you decide to move forward, even when the mate done did ugly stuff, but if you decide to forgive, guess what? The rest of us have to forgive, and we have to move forward. So think about that. Counseling, see what you need to do, write down your thoughts and being able to get them out and being able to be receptive to whatever the person say. If they say you hurting their feelings, you have to own it. If they say that you bruising them, you have to own it. If they ask you to stop saying and doing and it's hurting them, you have to say, okay, you know what? Let me be more mindful of what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. Don't just be a hard head and being able to say, all those wrong things. So that's my opinion and that's what I'm saying. And Demetrius, do you have anything else?
Man, I think you did a good job, man. Thank you, man, Tracy, for writing in. Appreciate you.
And please let us know any updates.
There you go. That's what I was about to say.
Go ahead.
I was about to say, you say what I want to say. Update, let us know. And please, people, comment, share. Let us know what y'all think about it. I know a lot of people going through this problem out there. Have been through it. Some ain't, but I've been there. So the one who been through it, or the one who ain't going through, been through it, want to put a comment about, put a comment in. Help somebody out. You never know who you help out.
Yeah. Don't forget, if you want to get your topic served, it's 833-370-1608. Put relationship in the comment and you're able to write your topics, or you want more information, then don't forget to text us to get on our VIP list to let you know any updates or when we come to a town near you. This is the Lee Life Experience Podcast. Thank you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Hi, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. You are here with the Lee Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed or get our opinion or our perspective, join us text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment.